Christine was a 25-year-old woman from Wales living in Toronto and working as a nanny. On June the 21st, 1982, she was the last seen riding a streetcar along St. Clair Avenue West after a night out with friends that included visiting a coffee shop and seeing a movie. The next day, her body was found in the Rouge River.
23-year-old Claire Samson. She was a family person, remembered by her loved ones as a beautiful soul. Her family described her as a young, caring, and loving person who was taken away too soon. On September 2nd, 1983, Claire was discovered in a remote wooded area in Oro-Medonte, approximately 120 kilometers north of Toronto. An investigation began under the direction of the OPP's Criminal Investigation Branch. Police learned that Claire had sustained fatal gunshot wounds. At the time of her death, Claire was living in Toronto and had recently moved back in with her parents. She was last seen on Jarvis Street, entering a beige vehicle driven by an older white male. Despite extensive searches, media interviews, public appeals, tips, and even a reward, the person responsible was not identified. As DNA technology advanced, the OPP launched Project Millennium in 2001. The goal was to review 17 unsolved homicides to determine whether modern forensic techniques could be applied and help move them forward.
Gracelyn Greenidge. On July 29, 1997, Gracelyn was found murdered in her apartment on Driftwood Avenue after she didn't report for her shift as a nursing assistant. A co-worker went to check on her and made the heartbreaking discovery. Gracelyn was originally from Barbados, and earlier today, we notified her family. After 27 years, they finally have an answer to who was responsible for her death. As Chief Gano mentioned, it was in 2016 that a genetic link connected the homicides of Christine Prince and Claire Samson to one unknown male offender. The next year, in 2017, the Center of Forensic Science determined that the same unknown male was responsible for all three homicides. Even then, however, the state of the samples and the technology available at the time limited how far we could advance the case. In 2022, we engaged Othram, a forensic genetic genealogy company, to apply emerging technologies to this investigation. In 2025, through that work, TPS investigators were able to identify close familial relatives of the offender. With that information, the Center of Forensic Science was then able to conduct the final comparison that led to the conclusive identification of Kenneth Smith. We know that Smith lived and worked across Toronto during the period of all three murders. He was born in South Porcupine, Ontario, and moved to Windsor in 2013. He was known to police and had a history of sexual assault. Based on the evidence we have today, we believe it is possible that there may be additional victims who have never been identified. For that reason, we are asking anyone who may have information about Kenneth Smith to contact police.